Hey, I'm Mila. Welcome back to Exceptional Explorers. We're really excited to be here again. I can't believe it's already October. It's the season of pumpkin spice lattes, apple picking, and Halloween. Halloween is such a fun and bright holiday. What a great opportunity for language enrichment, but oftentimes we get so busy and caught up with our everyday lives that we don't really take advantage of this opportunity. Halloween is such a fun and bright holiday. It's a great way to get children talking. So if we have toddlers in our hands, anywhere from 1 to 3 years old, and they're at a single word stage, this is a great time to start expanding their language. Take them to get their Halloween costumes and let's have some questions. And I think we all do that, but we start by saying, do you like this or that? Or choose the one that you want. And that definitely assesses their comprehension, and you get to see what they understand, but it doesn't give them much opportunity to actually expand their utterances. What a great way to combine these words and encourage the children to come up with longer utterances. So even if a child says, oh mom, I want this witch, or just points to a witch or spider costume, this is a great opportunity to describe the costume and say what a spooky witch costume you chose, or what a dark spider costume that is. And even if the children don't mimic or imitate you at the moment, that modeling will still help them in the long run. Now when dressing up, another opportunity to use prepositions, putting costumes on or putting something in, or wearing a mask over your face. These are words that are so small, kind of get missed or lost in conversation, but they're so important for understanding. So when dressing up your child, emphasize those words, have them maybe repeated, especially if you're trying on the costume beforehand. Use those words when they're trying it on, so when the day comes, hopefully they're going to be the ones to repeat what they heard you say beforehand.
So when I think of Halloween, the first thing I think of is Halloween costumes. And kids love to pick them out, they love to think about who they want to be. But a lot of kiddos do struggle with the fact that these costumes are sometimes itchy, not comfortable, and just kind of awkward. And for a few hours, I remember my own daughter too, she was having meltdowns, she could not tolerate it. And I think less is more. It's not really a popularity contest or, a beauty contest. I say for little kids, keep it simple. Let them pick out mismatched outfits. Let them pick out, wear socks on their hands that you can cut off and make little gloves. And that's their own clothes, textures that they're used to, but they can feel that sense of pride that they were able to participate. For kids who are a little bit older, maybe a little bit more tolerant to different kinds of, costumes and textures, if they don't like the tags, or sometimes they can be really itchy in the seam or the sequence, you can take a little piece of fabric and lay it on, sew it on with like needle and thread, and your kids can come in and join you and try to help you maybe thread the string through the needle. It could be a great fine motor activity with older kids, of course, safely. But there are many ways to make this a more accessible holiday for kids who really struggle with these kind of strange fabrics. I also think about kids who maybe struggle with big crowds and loud noises, because Halloween is a loud holiday. There's a lot going on. There's spooky things, kids screaming. So if you know your youngster has trouble in those kind of environments, try to think of a costume that might incorporate some sort of headphones or helmets that could really help muffle out some of the sound. Maybe try to go trick-or-treating a little bit of a different hour, and really applaud those kids for getting out of their comfort zone and, trying something new. I hope you have a great, fun, safe Halloween.
And if you have an early talker in your hands, Halloween is also a great holiday to start growing their language into narratives and retelling stories. So when it comes to dressing up in costumes, using sequence words and going over what they put on first, next, after that, and last is a great way to help them visualize how something occurs in a sequence and then be able to retell about it. After a night of trick-or-treating, it's also a great opportunity for them to work on their narrative skills and retell what they did. First, they got dressed. After that, they went trick-or-treating. Then they shared some candy with their friends. And finally, they got home and they ate some candy themselves. And once again, you could model the stories for them. You could ask some questions along the way. But let's get them started. Let's get them talking. And hope you have a great holiday.